Ernest is the father of 6 children and 17 grandchildren. He has a background in farming, teaching, and coordinating the 55 murals in Legal and Morinville. He's the co-founder of the first Catholic Bible school in Canada, founding member of Kids Cottage Children's Crisis Center in Edmonton, a catalyst for the opening of 2 Francophone schools, and has served as the president of the French-Canadian Association of Alberta and the Legal Chamber of Commerce. He is also the recipient of numerous awards, which include, but are not limited to, the Canadian Merit Award, the 1989 Parent of the Year by Alberta's Francophone Parents Association, the 2005 Alberta Centennial Award, and the 2014 Prize of Honor by the University of Alberta, Campus St. John, for contribution to his community. He enters the race for the Christian Heritage Party because the CHP is concerned with recurring deficits, the debt, taxes, employment, and various moral issues which are being swept under the rug. So that's Ernest.
Okay, so the chair, the fellow candidates, all of you people here turned out tonight and probably a little bit fed up with all municipal elections and 1,001 different debates going on. But you took the time to be here, it shows your interest. During these few moments, I will present to you an overview of the Christian Heritage Party, because many people don't know anything about it. I'll present our perspectives on various economic issues, such as the rising debt and ongoing deficit, the rejection of the Energy East pipeline, the ongoing approach of taxing. We'll present some of our approaches to the questions, some of our solutions to them. Finally, time permitting, we would like to share our thoughts on healthcare, the First Nations, and some moral issues. The CHP is a fiscally conservative, pro-life party rooted in the Christian values by which our country was founded upon. As a party rooted in Christian values, we are against discrimination based on race, religion, or sexual orientation. We are for families and the role of parents in education, and we give financial support for families where a parent would want to stay home to care for their children. We see an ongoing increase in our national debt as a moral issue. The debt has occurred because there was lacking of fortitude by this and previous governments. The federal debt is now coming to close to $600 billion. During the 8 years in office, the Conservatives contributed to 25% of that debt, or $156 billion. The Liberals are trying not to be outdone and are keeping pace with the Conservatives' debt pace. We can't keep our heads in the sand. Someone will have to pay for the debt, and for the present parties, they are happy to transfer it to our children and our grandchildren. A balanced budget is one of the pillars of the CHP party, and we would pay down the debt like we pay down our mortgages. At a time when we need to develop our resources within Canada, and there's an increasing demand for the use of fossil fuels while we do a transition to alternative sources of energy, Energy East was going to do that. It was at conditions, and I think basically the main reason Energy East was stopped was at new conditions rooted in Liberals' way of thinking, which permitted to stop the pipeline. That means a $12 billion loss in investment and a $50 billion in long-term fiscal impact. That means loss of jobs, less tax revenue, and less money to invest into alternative sources of energy. Quebec and BC think they have all to gain by opposing pipelines because they're both exporters of electricity. But that is a narrow view, looking only at themselves and not at the country as a whole. Keystone is positive for us, but it does put us at the mercy of another country, and it does not create jobs here. Should there be a change in government in 2 years, I would not be surprised if Energy East is resurrected. Meanwhile, here in Sturgeon River Parkland, we need to create a climate for more refineries instead of shipping our oil south. We have the expertise, and we are well located to make it happen. Other points to consider. The federal government in the area of health now, the federal government should bring together the research departments of Western medicine and combine them with naturopathic medicine and diet to develop the best health practices that would not only improve the treatment of disease, but help treat the causes through diet and less expensive naturopathic solutions. So basically, it's in the federal government's in jurisdiction, when you do research, let's get these people on the table together and do combined research for the benefit of all. Those two are not communicating to each other the way they should. I'll leave the last part to my closing comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chauvet.